Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm going to paint a Baltimore Oriole. I found the reference photo on unsplash.com. Here's what it looks like. Oh, sorry about the glare. We'll tilt my iPad. I'm going to crop it because I'm going to paint it on a little 5" by 5" cradled wood panel. I've put clear gesso on it so it doesn't soak up quite as much paint. It's 1.5 inches thick. I'm going to use primary colors because it's a great way to really get used to the colors you're using. Pick a yellow you like, pick a red. I use Quinacridone Magenta. Pick a blue, and then the more you use those colors, the better you get at them. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's set the table. Okay, I just thought maybe, oh I did. I got paint on my finger. Let's see if I can grab it where it's drier. This is I already showed you in the beginning. It's a 5" by 5" wood panel. I used titanium white, cad yellow medium hue, quinacridone magenta, phthalo blue green shade, and Mars black. They're all Liquitex. This is a heavy body, and it's also a true primary color because it says the color number is PB15. A primary yellow is PY74, and a primary red is PV19. You can leave a comment, and I can also type those out for you if you want. So I'm using primary colors, red, yellow, blue, but you know that's not quite a primary, and that one's not quite a primary. I just was pointing with that brush. I think it's a 1/2 inch filbert. It's an old brush. It's a cheap brush. I got it on Amazon. I think it is spelled ZHUTING. The paint will chip off quickly, but if you like really cheap brushes, they've got quite a few bristles in them. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with a cheap brush. And I mixed, it's phthalo blue green shade, not a lot, titanium white, and some cad yellow, and mixed kind of an aqua color, and then I just swirled in the background in sections. Sometimes I add a little more blue, sometimes a little bit more of that color. And then if you're wondering why I have kind of a yellow green over here, I'm painting another one at the same time, and it has a more yellow green background. Same photo. I think that gets us. Oh, and then I did use this little craft brush. It's pretty similar to a number 4 round and with the Princeton line. I like that it has sparkles on the handle. Just to get into the smaller areas, or like around the foot. Or, you know, even around the bird, just to kind of give myself a border before I use the bigger brush. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a bit. Let's chat for a minute. A good rule of thumb is to work dark to light when you don't know what to start on. I'm also setting myself up. The Oriole has some what looks like yellow right there, some there by the leg. I've done this the other way where I do the shadow first But I think this time I'm going to paint the orange and then add the shadow, because I think that's going to be easier. A lot of times I have a hard time, if I get it too dark, I have a hard time making it lighter. I mean, you could just paint over it with a lighter color and then start again. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if there's much else to talk about. I just kind of playing with the branch. I don't know if the feet are done. I added a little more orange to the branch. There'll be some orange in here. What's nice is blue and orange are complements, and this is kind of a blue-green background. Well, and yellow, and this is kind of purple. Yellow and purple are complements too. Oh, here, maybe you want to see the beak and the face. And the eye. I made the eye blue. I think it's actually brown. But I like the blue eye. And the beak is a gray-purple. So quinacridone and just a little bit of black makes a pretty muted purple. And then the browns are just an orange with black in it. If you don't know how to make orange, start with the yellow and then add the quinacridone. The quinacridone's much stronger. This one has more black in it, and I think more red in it than that one. If you want it, this is kind of still a pink brown. If you wanted it a little bit more neutral, add some yellow to it. You just play with it till you get it the way you want. Or just use brown out of a tube. Okay, I think that gets us up to speed. I'm thinking I'm going to splatter a little on the background maybe. Okay guys, I'll be back in a bit. I'm calling it done. I really like how, I'm going to say juicy the color is, especially in the bird. Complements really do. If you want bright color, complements really can help. And they're not exact. This is kind of a blue-green. I don't know if there's much else to say. I mixed, oh, it's lighter than a raw sienna color, and put that in the shadow. It wasn't quite dark enough, so I mixed some more warmer brown, put that in the, I'm going to call that a light raw sienna color. I mixed it. It's an orange with some brown in it. And put that in the shadow and just kept building it up a little bit. I did splatter with some orange and white, and then a little bit of this light aqua color that I signed it in. I think really oh, maybe I should say I used a little, I don't think I mentioned this brush. It's 3/0. I got it in a pack from Michael's. It says Artist Loft on it. There, that might be focusing. I mentioned the craft brush, which is like a number 4 round from Princeton. I use this one to splatter because it has more wiggle in it. It's really skinny. It's a, oh boy, 5/0 from Royal in Langnickel. It came in a pack of brushes. And then I also use this 1/4" filbert when I was laying on the layers of yellow, orange, and browns. Okay, I think maybe we do a screenshot. I think it's dry enough for me to, getting it square. My besties know it's hard for me to get it square. I stand on my tippy toes so I can see the top of my phone. It's pretty close. You can use a reference photo and use it as a traceable. I do that. It speeds things up for me. I'm a full-time artist, so I do a lot of animal portraits. I really like using the photos as traceable. Oh, maybe we tour. Here's the bottom. Not a lot of detail. The tail actually splits, but I didn't really put that in there. And then the branch goes over on the side. Some of the splatters too. I don't know if you can see them. Okay. Yeah, it was easier to work from yellow to the darker browns. A lot of times I do it the other way. Then it can take too many layers. If I get it too dark over here, it can take a lot of layers to brighten it up. Oop, I'm sliding off. Okay, guys, let me know if you give this one a try. It's so fun to connect with you. I just love that about YouTube. I super appreciate your support. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.